course, when we talk about modes, we normally talk about it in the scale of C, and we would say C is the Ionian mode, D the Dorian, E the Phrygian, F the Lydian, G the Mixolydian, A it's the Aeolian, and then we have the Locrian. Just moving with 1, 4. I'm making a run on my E flat. I can make the run using different mode. What number position would E flat be in the scale? Let's say, for example, E flat can be the second position in the scale of D flat, which means I'm in my Dorian mode, and I could make a run from that. And I can do it like that. So we make the runs based on the chords you're in. In this lesson, we're not looking at it as it relates to runs. We're looking at it as how we can change the chord types, or even put in passing chords in terms of reharmonizing a song. So let's take a simple song. This song simply says, "You are my strength, strength like no water, strength like no that progression really is quite simple, and as a matter of fact, most pop gospel music nowadays follows similar progression. It is 4. I'm in the key of F sharp major or G flat major, whichever you stop is better. You are my one strength, strength like to the 4, no other strength, then goes to the 6. Then to the 5, back to the 1. Now, in the principle of reharmonization using a modal principle, we are going to look at which mode can I have the F sharp, for example, that has the 1, which is the F sharp in the chord type. So, you are my one, and then I could play D, and I will make F sharp now be the Phrygian mode. Strength like no other. So right there, I reharmonize by adding that D into the chord. So let's go. You are my strength. And I could do the F sharp as the G. Strength like no other. Now I'm in D. In B, and what could I use here that has B in it? I could use my E. Strength like no other. And the 5. Reach. And reharmonizing. The first principle would have been using the same progression, but I'm using a mode that has those notes in it. What you also have to be careful of, though, is that the melody line, the chord type that you use, still keeps the melody line in place. So it makes it much easier. So let's talk about the chords that we use. Original chord, F, and let's take F major 7. And always remember, when you put a major 7, you could, if you put the note, the root position note on your left hand, you'll either get one of the 4 chord types. You either get a major, minor, diminished chord type, and then we of course we have augmented, suspended. We talk about that later. So here, strength like no to the 4, major 7 again, louder to the 6, minus major 7, strength like no other, then the 5, dominant 7 reaches to me. So that's the simple chord type. You are my strength. This now is the 9, strength like no other, strength like no other reaches to me. Now let me introduce the modal principle, the first principle in the modal interchange. So I'm going to play You Are My Strength. To go to that B, I'm going to play the G, which has the F sharp in it, and then the D to the B. look at how that sounds. You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like, and I could have done strength like, and I major that third because again, I'm going to go to my E flat, and in my E flat I could play a chord type that is in B major because B flat major, has E flat in it. So I'm playing that B augmented 7. Straight line, sharp 5, and flat 7. Straight like no other reaches to me. So let's put all of that together. You are my strength, strength like no other. I did another chord there, I'll tell you about it. Strength like no other reaches to me. And if you notice, I only do some interchange only on those 2 chords. The reason being, the first one we use the modal interchange by changing the progression position. We can use a modal interchange with the melody line. So if I should do, you are my strength, look at it's B flat, strength like no other. I could do the modal interchange there. So I could do, you are my strength, strength like no other. So what did I do there? I'm using what other mode I can use with B flat. So here I'm using the B flat with the D, but I'm playing an augmented chord, the D augmented, which has B flat in it, with the 9th. Okay, so let's go. You are my strength, strength, then the E like no other. And here I use the Locrian mode right here, which would in C, because that Locrian chord has F sharp into it. Remember, it will be the C is the 7th note in the D flat major scale, and so I use that. So let's go. You are my strength. Remember now I'm using some principle here. Strength like deep, strength like no other reaches to me. So the first principle I used done strength, and right there I'm using the G minor, then the F minor rather, then to the E D. So that's all I'm doing, and because I'm utilizing the melody line within my structure. So let's put all of that, and basically that's what you do all the way through. So you are my strength, strength like. Now I'm using that A flat because it's in the modal principle. No other strength like no other reaches to me, and in the fullness of your love, in the fullness of your love. Then to the 6th, you lift me up. Then the C, you lift me up. Of your grace, and then you go to the 6 again. So I'm actually now doing both the modal interchange from the progression principle, and I'm also doing it from the melody line. Of your love you lift me up. Could use A here. You lift me up, and that is what we would have done with all of them. Strength like no other. So I'm playing, you are my strength, and there I'm using under the modal interchange. It doesn't change because it's within the chord. just changes the chord type. Okay, now that is how we utilize. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button and tell your friends about it. Not only that, you can subscribe, and each week I'll give you another reharmonization principle that will help spice up your music. See you later.